exactly, John Simon, the backup half-back. An outstanding gaming reserve grade. Andrew Walker gets proceedings underway at North Sydney Oval. What a clash this should be. Two teams in outstanding form at the moment. And taking it straight up there, David Fairley. Josh Stewart straight into the action for the North Sydney Bears. Mario Fenech, big game for the Bears and the Roosters.
Yeah, this should be a great game today, Terry. North Sydney enjoying a very good breeze behind their backs at the moment. Very good, strong breeze. Both these sides are locked on 22 points, so it's the battle for second place. It should be a great game. I agree with Blocker. I don't know if East can bounce back from their epic encounter against the Broncos on Monday night. Look, if the Roosters can beat the Bears at Bear Park, you'd have to consider them as genuine contenders for the premiership. North Sydney very hard to beat at Bear Park, and I believe they should win this game today.
Coming from an old Bear, that's what we'd expect. North Sydney are the slight favourites up over the Sydney City Roosters in this round 15 clash of the Optus Cup. Taking it up, Jason Lowry. He's on the 40-metre line for the Roosters. Garlick darts out a dummy half. Tony Iro looks to slip the ball always, does Tony Iro.
Well, I'm sure that he'll be watched today by the Bears, one of the most important players for the Roosters. He generally comes in third or fourth tackle and breaks up when they're going backwards.
Lamb finds Scott Logan, who comes into this first-grade lineup. He started the season in under-21s.
Yeah, an important game for Logan today. Look, he's a big enough player. He's got good athletic speed. A big occasion for him. Here's Sears up over the 20-metre.
Oh, talking about speed, what about Matt Sears? Broke his arm in the sevens. Now back for the North Sydney Bears. Greg Florimo goes back into the traffic. Beats the tackle of Garlick. Still going.
And so important, Mario, for the Bears with the likes of Florimo. Can get you out of trouble. He's as strong as any forward.
Yes, Block. Honestly, I was in the dressing room before the game. The Bears are really pumped up for this game. They see this game as a game of credibility. If they can win this game, they can believe they can go on and win the premiership.
Mark Soden gets up to the halfway line. In many ways, this is a mini semi-final for both these teams. Brett Dallas tries to get on the outside of his man, does so. Runs back into Andrew Walker.
Yes, and what about that young man? The most improved player in Sydney football at the moment.
Last tackle, Jason Taylor takes it to the line, puts it on the boot. Aikens through there. They'll get the ball back. The North Sydney Bears.
Yes, and tremendous play there. Juni did all he could to get back into the in goal, and a beautiful tackle there from Aiken. Also a good chase there from that young man, but Dallas, what about him? Here's a chip through there from Jason Taylor. And safe as a bank he is, Darren Juni. Cleans up well, but a good push over there from that man, Ben Aiken.
Well, Juni, who scored the try against Brisbane on Monday night, which made it a 10-all ball game at the stadium. And of course, the Roosters going on to win that game in controversial but very legal circumstances.
What about that for a kick against the wind? It's a big breeze down there, as Mario's already mentioned, and a 40-metre kick by Walker on the fly. One of the best kickers in the game.
Gary Larson gets it back to the 30-metre line. Soden directing the traffic from the dummy half position. Now they go to the blind side through Taylor. Moore gets to the 20-metre line. Florimo a dummy half. Larson will take it straight forward. Now they set their back line. Jason Taylor's the man to keep an eye on. Keeps it coming. Butner through the dummy and went inside. Adrian Lamb, grass-cutting tackle. Last tackle now for the North Sydney Bears. Sloppy pass. Soden fakes. Now passes out wide. Gets it to Florimo. Dallas coming off 4 tries against the Fiji international side on Friday night. Brett Dallas turns the ball over on the last tackle.
Yeah, and that's tremendous defence there. It was good vision by Jason Taylor to run the ball on the last tackle there, but Jorgensen equal to the task on Brett Dallas.
So the two wingers, Mario Fenech from the Roosters, once again in outstanding form.
Yeah, very good players. They played excellent last week against the Broncos. Actually, it's surprising North Sydney on their last tackle. The ball went astray. Normally Taylor gets the ball, and not a real good set of 6 for North Sydney.
Bill All, the scoreline at the moment, approaching the 5-minute mark. Ooh, under a high shot there by
Steve Trindle
it was. Back for Walker, puts it to his right boot. Straight down the throat of Matt Sears. Sears with a little bit of room to move. Have a look at him go.
Yeah, good positional play there from Matt Sears. The wind behind him. They're kicking into the breeze, this eastern suburb side. Max Sears up very flat and attacked the football. Good run from him.
These two clubs were foundation members of the league way back in 1908. Some great tradition going on the line here today. Sydney City Roosters in their head-to-head battles are in front by 111 games to 47.
Yes, it's been North Sydney already so far in this game. They've had a lot of possession. Jason Taylor with the big breeze behind him, about 40 metres out. Just a little bit to the right of the upright. Will take this shot at goal. It's been a good start to the game from both sides.
Jason Taylor. Dark clouds starting to come over here at North Sydney Oval, but I don't think that will worry Jason Taylor. What an outstanding goal-kicking record Jason Taylor has at North Sydney Oval in 1996. He's missed just one of 36 attempts. Mario Fennick, an outstanding record.
Yeah, certainly. Just a little bit of mail I sort of managed to get from the dressing room. Eastern Suburbs great playmaker Brad Fittler has got a hip injury on top of his knee injury that we all know about. So he's struggling, but he's doing his best to get out there and help East along.
Well, as we talked about a little bit earlier, how important this game is for both sides, and confidence-wise too. Taylor moves in.
Taylor looking to keep his record intact here at North Sydney Oval. He's missed just 1 from 36. Hits it sweetly, and once again, straight between the posts. Jason Taylor, spot on as always. It really has become a feature of the Optus Cup in 1996. Jason Taylor's outstanding form. He can virtually do it blindfolded.
Well, I know that they've done a story on him this week too, Channel 9, and he did kick a couple blindfolded. Unbelievable.
2 points to nil. The North Sydney Bears in front after close on 7 minutes of play.
And Mario down the sideline, any mail on Hermanson? He was only suspended for 1 week. That week is up. I'm wondering where he is today.
Yeah, he's on the interchange bench block, and I'm sure he'll be put into this game very shortly. Actually, just commenting on the conditions, this breeze quite blustery. It's supporting North Sydney, as you said before, Blocker, but the wind is quite swirling. A great advantage for North Sydney.
Trindle, a good run by the big front rower. Soden at dummy half. Now Larson back inside. Florimo gets up, plays the ball quickly. They're looking to try and get a bit of a roll on here. Fairly. Quick hands by Taylor. More now. Benny Ikin. Ikin, the chip inside. And there to tidy up is Matt Singh. Singh slices through the Bears' defence.
Oh, that was a great play down this short side. David Fairley, most dangerous forward in this North Sydney side, was able to pass the ball before the line. And what about the pass from Jason Taylor? Great skills.
Lowry goes back inside, runs into a wall of North Sydney Bears defenders, tackled on the cricket pitch area. Gets up, plays it. Brad Fittler. Iro looking to slip the pass, did so. Benny Ikin could not handle it.
There's a knocked on there by Ikin. Also a danger player for the Eastern Suburb side. Tony Iro just scooting out a little bit wide. Here's the replay now. And I'm sure that Iro will be aiming at Jason Taylor as much as he can in the line to try and get that offload. Taylor tackles low.
Sydney City, 37 tackles. The North Sydney Bears, 25. Cleary injects himself into the back line. Ivan Cleary playing against his brother-in-law today in Josh Stewart.
And his former club.
His former club. Fittler backslammed on the cricket pitch. Larson involved in that tackle with his Origin teammate in Billy Moore. All done, plays it. Adrian Lamb, cut out pass. Iro. Very keen to get that pass away. Tony Iro. Now Lamb. They've lost ground, the Roosters.
Well, they're so good defensively, this North Sydney side. They just keep coming at you. That can force the errors. There's a good hit over the top there from David Fairley. Last tackle of the Roosters.
They go to the air. Walker. A couple of the Roosters are offside. That wind is really bringing this kick back. Cleary keeps the ball alive. Iro. Referee says knock back. Little kick put in. Nigel Roy goes back. Can't tidy up. Chance for the Roosters. Nigel Roy eventually, after a couple of heart flutters, blocking.
Yeah, certainly was. There was a good kick off the side of the boot from Tony Iro, and he meant it too. kicking for his outside men. Matt Singh, a great chaser of the football, along with Junee. He nearly muffed it up there on the sideline, Nigel Roy, but he's been in good form too. There's the kick. Come on, son, get control of the footy.
He got it eventually, Mario Fenech.
Do us a favour, Terry. Call an ambulance. Peter Louis falling out of the tower.
They can put you under some pressure, the players. Deep kick now, turning Ivan Cleary round the bounce. Here comes Dallas.
Oh.
Dallas. What a chase, what a tackle.
Yeah, what about that for a tackle? And he went on with it too. Cleary trying to get to his feet. It was a great chase from Dallas. And there's the penalty. I don't think Peter Louis would be too happy about that one, Mario. It was great football, but bad football in the end to grab his leg again.
Now, I thought Cleary milked that penalty superbly. You have a look at the replay now. Cleary picks it up, and there's Dallas in there. Good tackle, and basically he milks it slightly, I think. Good luck to Cleary.
Is there a quicker player in the game? I don't think so than Brett Dallas. Roosters.
Jeez, contentious that one. What about Brasher over 20?
There's Coach Peter Louis up in the tower here at North Sydney Oval, keeping an eye on his charges. Tony Iro, always dangerous with the ball. Back inside, finds Peter Clark. Clark, who's scored 11 tries so far this season. Now Paul Dunn, who's kept his spot in the first grade lineup with Terry Hermanson starting this game off the
Yeah,
bench.
he's done a magnificent job too, Paul Dunn. A lot of people thought that his football career was finished, but he needed to fill in. They need a little bit of experience up front, and that's what they've done. And now he's holding his spot, as you said. Here's Fittler.
Fittler puts it high, last tackle, runs into Larson. Matt Sears comes out. He's knocked the ball on.
Well, it'll be a nice feed to this Eastern Suburbs side. Plenty of pressure put through there by Fittler. Fittler ejected to Gary Larson getting in his road. There's Sears going for the football, bounces off Lamb's shoulder, and that is a knock on to the North Sydney side. Great position for Eastern Suburbs to attack. I'm sure they'll put a play on from the scrum. Notice Cleary in at 5'8".
Noted for their set plays. Now Fittler breaks off the back of the scrum. Fakes inside, there's Matt Singh. Singh crosses. Superb play for the Roosters. We said watch out for the set play, and Matt Singh comes up with try number 9 for the season.
Well, that was just poor defence from this North Sydney side. When Brad Fittler's got the football, he's holding it in his hands out in front. Look at this. They didn't come up and match him. They've waited, they've ball watched. The pass on the outside, he's overread it, and Singh didn't he explode through that gap. Shot out of a shotgun he was. Have a look at it again. It's Ben Ikin that overreads there, and Singh beautifully positioned on the outside to score the try for the Roosters.
Well, what a couple of seasons he's had, Matt Singh. He joined the Roosters only in 1996. He played all 3 Origin matches last season. He bulked up over the off-season. He's from a tiny town in central Queensland with a population of just 5,000 people. And now he's playing in front of the biggest crowd in the premier competition in rugby league in the world.
Brad Fittler, you've got to go to him when he holds the ball out in front. Just got such ability and strength and great on his feet. But I'll tell you what, it was beautiful positioning there from Matt Singh. He stayed on the outside of his man and just hit the hole. That's a great try to Eastern Suburbs.
A huge crowd in here at North Sydney Oval. Mario Fenech, how many do you think? Around 18,000?
Yeah, I think there's about 18 or 19,000. Just going back to that try, Jason Taylor was screaming frantically for his second rowers to break. We saw David Fairley break rather slowly, and that's what resulted in the try. Disappointing for North Sydney as we see Cleary bang it over for another 2 points.
Ivan Cleary takes his personal tally for the season along to 145 points, Mario Fenech. Let's talk about this try.
Yeah, the scrum goes down. Taylor's screaming here. You see Fairley gets out nice and slow. The dummy inside. Ikin overread the play. Good set play from Eastern Suburbs, and they bounce back in this game. A handy 6-point lead, bearing in mind that the Roosters have got the breeze against them. So that's a great advantage for the Roosters.
Lockie, you'd probably say it's come against the run of play. The Bears have had most of the ball.
Well, you'd have to put it down to the mistake that Matt Sears made knocking the football on. But it was good pressure from the Eastern Suburbs side. Here's Billy Moore driving Lowry back.
Lowry gets up. Paul Dunn up into the defensive line, but David Fairley was there to meet him head on. Iro. Out to the winger. Junee. Jorgensen it was. Fittler. Upended on the halfway line. Lamb. Lowry. Matt Singh was right on his shoulder too, looking for the pass. Logan juggles, regathers. Here's Matt Singh. Walker. Garlick. Lowry. What can they do? Iro puts it up. This Breeze is playing a big part in this game. Chasing through is Jorgensen.
And that should be a penalty to the North Sydney side. Jorgensen has pushed young Dallas in the back, and Mario surprised that the touch judge didn't come in after that.
Yeah, there's the kick by Iro. A good situation, actually. Put the ball in the air, and the football bounces funny ways. You see it bounce straight forward in the in-goal area. Good play from Eastern Suburbs, to be honest. They forced the line dropout, so now they'll get another set of 6 at the Bears.
Well, North Sydney have got to lock up the football. That's causing them problems at the moment. Far too many Eastern Suburbs players allowed to stand in tackles and offload.
Jason Taylor should be able to get some good distance around the halfway mark with this dropout. The Breeze behind him. We're not one of his best. Gets to the 40-metre line, Ivan Cleary. Good chase by the Bears. Nowhere to go for Cleary. He's cut to the ground.
I'm just sitting back here, just waiting for Adrian Lamb to inject himself into this game. I don't think it'll be long before he attacks the line. It's been great halfback play from him, just letting the football go on the outside. But just wait for it.
There's Lamb. Walker. Peter Clark. Along the back line. Walker at me-half. Logan, the youngster, up into the line and finds two of the hard men in the Bears pack in Larson and Fairley. They let Paul Dunn go by. Iro back inside for Matt Singh. Great grassing tackle there by Trindle.
Steve Trindle, beautiful tackle. That's hurting too.
Last tackle, Lamb goes high. The Breeze forces this ball back. Good take by the Roosters, but it'll be a changeover.
Well, we will say it was a good chase from the Roosters, but North Sydney allowing them to catch the football. They don't want to impede and try and give them a touch, so they get 6 more tackles. Here's Dallas blistering out of dummy half.
Well, the Bears have weathered that early storm. They trail by 2 points to 6. Big run there by the Bears. Now they get up towards the 40-metre line. And that was through Gary Larson. Fairley takes on Tiny Iro and loses the battle.
Well, is there a hand in there? Yes. Iro goes over the
have a look
top
at this.
of Fairley, and there is a hand involved there. Good work from the referee.
No, he's just lost it. So that's one the Bears have got to get back to the
There was
Roosters.
a hand in there. He hit him up
Well, I
around
disagree.
there. Well, that's all right. Good luck.
We're allowed to disagree, aren't we?
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, no. Good luck.
How did you see it, Mario? Here we go. Have another look.
Yeah, I thought there was a hand in it. I have to agree with my mate Blocker. But North Sydney in
Yeah,
a hand in that.
Iro's hand was around the back of his head.
North Sydney in hibernation, though, Terry. They've got to snap out of this. They started very well.
I reckon Terry's got to eat a few more carrots.
The Roosters, they lead by 6 points to 2, midway through this opening half. The Bears now in good field position. Billy Moore. Nigel Roy, no way through there. Lowry's there to stop him. Soden. Taylor. Butner. Butner puts the foot down. He's straight through. He's around Cleary. Michael Butner straight under the posts. The Bears, they strike back through Butner. His 9th try of the season so far for Michael Butner. What a season he's having for his new club. It's 6 points all.
You can hear the call from the Eastern Suburbs side. Watch the dummy, watch the dummy. Taylor gives him a bit in space on the outside. There's Lamb missing the tackle. And what about the speed of this bloke? Beautiful speed there from Michael Butner. What a great season he has had for the North Sydney side. There's Taylor giving him a bit of width there.
He's got that great step, hasn't he, and acceleration.
That's just bad defence on the inside by Adrian Lamb. The flu might be still affecting him.
So a big try there by Michael Butner, his 9th of the season. He joined Parramatta through 1991 to 95. And now he's at Bear Park. He's doing a great job. Already come up with a hat-trick once this season. The Bears will go back in front here by 8 points to 6. Jason Taylor just does not miss goals like this. Taylor looking to break the deadlock, does exactly that. points to 6 they lead, Mario Fenech. I think you're smiling.
Yeah, North Sydney hit back and they needed to. Have a look at the width of these passes. Nice long ball from Taylor to Buettner. Watch Lamb and Walker. They don't communicate too well and he goes straight through Buettner. And as like I said, he's got surprising speed. A great hit back for North Sydney. They're back in action.
Well, we've promised you an outstanding game, and that's what you're going to have here at Bear Park. 8 points to 6. Josh Stewart takes an early break.
Look at the work rate already of Fairley. 10 hit-ups, 5 hit-ups and 10 tackles. And Gary Larson, 11 tackles and 5 hit-ups. Work rate phenomenal.
North Sydney Bears have 4 players backing up from the international on Friday night, but at the moment it does not seem to be affecting them. Well, they would have, of course, I don't think you can stop Gary Larson and Billy Moore with a sledgehammer.
I don't know if they would have got a sweat up on Friday.
It's a classic. The ball's moved on Andrew Walker, Mario Fenech, and the Roosters went without the ball.
Yeah, I don't want to be too smart, but it's, Eastern Suburbs taking their time to restart this game. Bearing in mind the Roosters have got a great bruise in front of them, so they're trying to waste as much time as they can.
8 points to 6. Larson, the workhorse for the North Sydney Bears.
What unbelievable effort.
Fairley, he gets through a fair amount of work himself. Gets up over about 22 metres out from his line. Billy Moore, they just keep coming at you, the Bears. Tony Iro involved there, doing the hard yakka for the Roosters. Larson again. And Trindle on the outside of him, but he took the tackle. Taylor finds Buettner, the try scorer, puts it to the boot. Florimo is onside. The chase is good from Florimo and Brett Dallas. What about this for a kick? Forces Cleary straight back there. They are onside. Great chase by Florimo and Brett Dallas.
And what a tackle it was by Florimo. You don't know how hard that is when you are going at that pace. Well, I wouldn't know. I never went at that pace, but it looked like it would have been easy just to step around him, Mario.
Fair comment, Murray?
Yeah, very good kick. It was a set play, obviously, and Cleary did very well to duck at the last minute and just get the ball into the field of play.
Both teams fired up for a big encounter. Iro gets it free. Matt Singh to the 40-metre line. Last tackle for the Roosters. They've gone the blind side to Brad Fittler, the test skipper. Puts it back over their head. Now that's a pretty good kick considering this breeze. But straight into their faces, the Roosters.
Yes, and there's Terry Hermanson on for the Roosters.
Soden has allowed a little bit of space from the dummy half position, and he gains a very good 7 or 8 metres. Dallas, that was knocked back, that ball. Fairly drifting across field.
Plenty of the Eastern Suburbs players complaining out there for offsides and knock-ons and so forth, Mario, but they should be better concentrating on the game.
Yeah, they're really giving the referees a bit of a hard time, Block. As you said, they're calling for penalties and stuff like that. Tony Iro has given them some problems, North Sydney. They seem to be aiming him at Jason Taylor.
Last tackle, Jason Taylor takes the ball to the line. That's a great pass to Brett Dallas. Dallas puts it to the boot, goes around his number. Oh, and Cleary's back there to tidy up.
Oh, isn't there some talented footballers on show today? Here's Jorgensen out of dummy half, but what about Dallas? No room to work in, a little chip over the top there on the right-hand side. Great clean up there from Ivan Cleary.
Clark plays it. This is a good game by Adrian Lamb to try and get the Roosters out of their danger area. Done. James Smith is on for the Roosters and jumper number 14. Fittler working the blind side. He's been interfered with.
And well milked too.
The foot did come across there by Gary Larson, not like him.
That's a send-off offence in England. Is that a professional foul, Mario? Tripping?
Yeah, it's silly by Larson, really. There was no need to do that. The ball was covered. Now Eastern Suburbs have got a very good penalty where they should finish up about 35 metres out and have a shot at North Sydney's line.
Garlick takes the tap using the interchange bench. Terry Hermanson in good form for the Roosters this year. Dunn finds Logan. They're in the middle of the park now. Got options on the left and the right. They go left. Lamb. Peter Clark. Garlick back inside.
That's a good hit over the top from Fairley. Shut out any chance there.
Lamb. Fittler. Finds Walker. Walker. Goes around. Great try to the Roosters. Judy in the corner. Darren Judy has been in great form. That's his 7th try for the season.
Nigel Roy, will you put your shoulder into someone? Why do players persist when they've got so little room to move in to try and push them out into touch? You'll see it here. A good set play here from Eastern Suburbs. They get on side of Iken again and push. What's that? Use your shoulder, son. That's terrible play there from Nigel Roy out wide. Ben Iken being allowed to get on the outside again. What's this? You're out.
So Darren Judy comes up with his 7th try of the season. And the Roosters in this seesawing affair, they jump back into the lead by 10 points to 8. 25 minutes gone in this match. And Judy, a former Wallaby, son of Kevin, of course, who played for the Roosters between 64 and 73. He joined the Roosters.
Gee, I'd be upset about that if I was the coach of the North Sydney side, Peter Louis. That's just a shocking attempt at tackle. Put your shoulder into him.
Ivan Cleary now looking to add to his points tally for the season. He's kicked.
Been a good game of football, but I might add.
It's been a sensational game of football, and there's still plenty more to come, Blocker.
We'd expect that from 2nd and 3rd on the premiership table, and it hasn't let us down today. What a great game for Optus to be bringing you.
We did mention it was like a mini semi-final, and it's working out that way.
Sure right, son.
Ivan Cleary, he's kicked 58 from 81 so far. In 1996, Mario Fennick, and as a former Bear, I guess he'd love to have a big game against his old club.
Yeah, and this kick is crucial. Of course, we've said before that the wind is heavily behind North Sydney, so if they can enjoy a lead at half-time, the Roosters, they'd be very confident about going on with it in the second half.
He's been hooked too, Nigel Roy, Muzz.
Yeah, disappointing, but North's made to pay from that Gary Larson penalty.
Cleary moves in, strikes it superbly. Has it got the legs? Yes, it has. That's a great kick against the breeze by Ivan Cleary. How crucial will that prove in the final scoreline, Mario Fennick?
Yes, set play here. They move it wide. Now watch all the options. There's an option. Watch him step, Walker. He creates 2 minds. And this, I agree with Blocker. He had to go out. Junie scored an easy try there, and certainly Coach Peter Louis would be very disappointed. Sydney City 12, North Sydney 8.
Jason Taylor's proceedings back underway. The high kick hangs up in the breeze. Cleary looking for a big game against his old club. On the open side.
Yeah, that's a good chase from Mark Soden. They cut down Terry Hermanson. Here's Fittler.
Finds James Smith.
And North have had to use up a fair bit of petrol, 86 tackles to Sydney City 67, but in saying that, North Sydney are very fit side, and that won't worry them.
Ball done.
Driven back.
Both teams look impressive when they have the ball. Last tackle. Back to Fittler, who's been doing most of the tactical kicking.
The thing I enjoy, Mario, is how the game's changed. You used to have one shot at the team, at least in a set of 6. Now, football teams are having a couple in the sets of 6. It makes it for an exciting game of football.
That's right, Block. But like Terry said before, this is like a semi-final type game. A lot of intensity in the hits. Both teams really doing their very best to win this game. 22 points each of these sides.
This is David Hall, who's come on for Nigel Roy. Trindle up into the line again. Good hit over the top by Paul Dunn. Taylor. Quick hands by the Bears. Billy Moore looks to get one away, but can't. On the boot, to the corner, the chase. The kick is too long.
Yeah, a little bit too much wheat mix this morning. For Wilson it was who made the chip through. Very skillful player. Just a bit too much behind that one. And that takes the pressure off this Eastern Suburbs side. There's Ronnie Palmer making the 14th man for Eastern Suburbs.
Hermanson takes the first ruck up. Garlick Finds Paul Dunn, who's got through a lot of work in this opening half. Lamb finds Smith.
Yes, and it's the younger players in the North Sydney side, especially Steve Trindle's going to learn from this one. It'll stand him in good stead for the semi-finals. Here's Fittler.
Fittler gets just over the halfway line before being backslammed by Fairley. Hermanson.
Good run, that. Quick play, the ball needed. Here's Fittler on the short side.
Fittler again goes to the right boot. They go high this time. The wind is bringing it back. Matt Sears under it. Takes it. Now he's away. He's away. Can he go all the way? Finds Benny Ikin. Ikin heads for the corner. Comes across in the cover of the Roosters, but Ikin tripped and gets there. Big effort by Ben Ikin.
Big effort by Jorgensen too. He came from the opposite wing. He's generally playing on the left wing. He sprinted across, did his level best there, and that was just a kick gone wrong. Obviously, the Eastern Suburbs side think that Sears is a little bit short to catch the football. He jumped up and caught that one. Have a look at this. Beautiful take here from Matt Sears. He leaves the ground. Eastern Suburbs in all sorts of trouble in defence. He steps off that left foot to beat Ivan Cleary. And once he's away, the boy, he's away. Benny Ikin, beautifully positioned there. Sprints away. Here comes Jorgensen. Misses. Try to the Bears. What a hit back.
Great work by Ben Ikin. The ball game all tied up here at Bear Park. I mentioned Brett Dallas, how quick he is. Matt Sears is no slouch either. Great acceleration.
Nor was this fella, Benny Ikin. Look at him.
He's got the big smile on the face. I think he thought he was home free here. But Jorgensen, a great...
I don't think that's a smile. That's anguish. Will I get there?
A great...
Right.
12 points all. Jason Taylor, goals this year, 70. He's only missed one at Bear Park in 1996. Can he keep that outstanding record intact? And give the North Sydney Bears the lead here.
Let's give them some credit too. They've hung in there. Great game of football.
The crowd is hushed. Jason Taylor allows for the breeze. It's hit the posts. The crowd hardly believe he can miss.
I hardly believe he can miss.
Yeah, the bomb goes up in the air. They've been doing that all afternoon. Sears is too good for the bomb. Catches it, and wouldn't you know, there's a bit of space. And look at the pace of Sears. Misses a tackle from Cleary. And there's Ikin, and I'm not ashamed to admit that I was up cheering Ikin home. Go the Bears. Crucial hit back. It's 12 all. What a game.
Fantastic game, isn't it, Mario? Yes, 12 points all. Round 15 of the Optus Cup. Both these teams are level on 11 wins and 3 losses for the season.
There's Dallas Western making it up over the 20-metre line. This next set of 6 is the most crucial for North Sydney, leading in the half-time. Must control the football. No errors down in their own half. Here's the missed tackles. North Sydney 4, great defensive side. Sydney City 10. Far too many there for Gus Gould in the first half from the Roosters.
Soden plays it through the hands. Taylor chiming into the back line. Western. Ben Ikin, I should say, plays it. Loose pass. Billy Moore's there. Tidies up.
Last tackle.
Come the open side. Failing to get the pass away, so a bit of lack of communication there in the Bears out there.
Yeah, it's not bad play there. Generally the ball goes to Taylor, but when Wilson's on, they can get on both sides of the field. Here's Cleary driven back by this North Sydney defence.
Clark.
Good run.
Takes a little bit of pressure off the forwards by coming out of the centres to take the ball up. Lamb, dummies, goes himself. Jason Taylor was up to the task. Makes 2 tackles in a row, Jason Taylor. Smith gets up, plays it. Fittler working the short side.
Yeah, and I'd like to see Fittler just get on the fringe of the ruck a little bit. There's the last tackle to the Eastern Suburbs side.
Will they go to the air again? Putting a little bit of pressure. Matt Sears. He's under it and takes it superbly again. He's off again. And there's a penalty goes the way of the North Sydney Bears.
Oh, he's a freak, this fella. Great to see him back from a broken arm. An excitement machine. There's Taylor finding touch.
It's a nice
40
relieving
metres out
penalty.
from his own line. There's a number of players inside the 10. Ivan Cleary at fault here, I'd say. That's offside from Ivan Cleary. And what's the referee doing now? Calling them back.
He's back underway.
There's Wilson.
Wilson gets up onto the cricket pitch area on the halfway line.
And have a look how far they're in front of the referee at the moment, Eastern Suburbs. Creeping up inside that 10 metres. He won't keep telling them to get back. It'll be a penalty soon.
More.
Look, again they're there.
Taylor. Butner. Quick hands to Florimo. Florimo. Tony Iro's come over the top. Taylor. Looking for a way through. He's taken the ball to the line a lot more this season is Jason Taylor. Florimo back inside. Andrew Walker involved in the tackle. Carolina plays it. The pass is a wayward one. Billy Moore.
Field goal.
Oh, it's
That's a goal! That's a goal!
It's got over.
That's
Referee
freakish.
Eddie Ward has given the field goal.
Chris Caruana. Woohoo!
It's gone back. It was a wayward pass.
Who is it?
I think it's Craig Wilson.
Ah, that's footy.
It is Craig Wilson.
That is crucial. That's a 40-metre field goal. Watch this. Just tips the upright. Over it goes. That is crucial for this North Sydney side to go in at half-time ahead on the point score. 13 points to 12. North Sydney in front.
Well, Craig Wilson's come off the bench today, but like I mentioned earlier in the go, how talented he is, and he came up with a sensational drop goal. Mario Fenech, that's the sort of thing that can often lift teams. 13 points to 12. The Bears are in front. A feeling it's going to go right down to the wire, this contest. Weston up into the line, slips it back.
I'm sure his coach won't like that, just coming off his 20-metre line with the offload with only a couple of minutes before half-time. You're better off just settling down, especially when you've got the win with you. Get a good kick away and make Eastern Suburbs come off their own line.
Fairly. For Billy Moore. He goes Weston again.
That's good play there from Weston too. It's the second time he's been involved in this set of 6.
Wayward pass back to Butner. Thought about putting the ball to his boot. Slips a great pass to Dallas. That it was real forward by
And
referee
not the
Eddie
mistake
Ward.
that Eastern, that North Sydney are trying to achieve, getting to their set of 6 tackles and the big kick down. Here's Butner trying to force the ball on Dallas. That's a forward pass. Is that a deliberate forward pass? Should have been a penalty to Eastern Suburbs.
It was a tough man, Mario.
Yeah, Coach Peter Louie would be filthy about that. There's only a couple of minutes to go before half-time. Eastern Suburbs now with an opportunity to attack North Sydney's line, but what a great game. It's been a great first half. What about the second half? It'll be sensational.
Looking forward to it already. Walker. Walker finds a bit of space. Can he get around Sears? Oh, Matt Singh was there. If he could have held on to the ball, he would have been away.
We're talking about speed of players. What about Walker to get on the outside again? Having all sorts of trouble with him out there. Here's Larson.
This game has everything at the moment. Hands, Fairley. Looking for the quick play the ball. They got it. Florimo tries to continue the roll. Jason Taylor goes back on the inside, but he's crunched. Moore. Fairley. Heavily involved, David Fairley. Back for Taylor. Little kick. It's come off Lowry. Weston. Weston finds some space. Oh, he had Florimo inside him.
Hasn't he got some toe for a big fella?
Great run by Dallas Weston, but the turnover. Now the Roosters will try and get out of their own danger area with under 2 minutes remaining. Fittler. Tony Iro. Out of their own danger area they go. Iro onto the inside. Junee. Junee, they won't match
him. Darren Junee under the post. Body blow for the Bears on the half-time siren. Yes, and Ben Ikin at fault again. Tony Iro is allowed to skip out of his tackle. What you got to do is try and tackle the big blokes bodily. He went too low, Benny Ikin. And after that, it's just a set up beautifully by Iro. The ball's gone wide again. Here's Ikin in two minds again. And it's Jason Taylor who misses the tackle. Ikin overread it. And there's the setup. Inside ball there. Sears couldn't do much. And Junee, such a great finisher. There's Gary Larson in pitch. You can't match it with him. Jason Taylor missing the tackle out wide again. And East have been aiming at him all day. Watch Benny Ikin overread this here. He lets him go for Taylor on the slide defence. Seeing a dangerous player. The inside ball. Beautiful pass there from Iro. And it's good night. Right on the stroke of half-time. And how important that Dallas Western run just before half-time. And it shows you what an amazing game this is. The Bears could have scored at least 4 tackles ago.
Darren Junee, 8 tries for the season. Ivan Cleary, 59 goals for the season so far. 59 from 82 he has, Ivan Cleary. And a body blow, as I mentioned, for the Bears right before the half-time break.
Yeah, but let's not talk about the negatives. That's a sensational try to Eastern Suburbs. Right on the stroke of half-time. And Peter Louis again. You know, what's happened there? Just a couple of mistakes leading up to half-time. Dallas Western not passing the ball inside. Here's Cleary.
And there's the siren in the background. Cleary.
And also failing.
Cleary putting it across. And the Roosters in front.
He said, let's go on with the job. He said they got the breeze, but they've scored 18 points into the breeze, so we can do the same. In the Eastern Suburbs dressing room, Phil Gould, as you can imagine, very happy. He said, look, boys, he said, we're back. That victory against the Broncos, and we can win again today. He spoke about not relying on the wind. He says, we're going to have to do the hard work. He said, don't think because you've got the wind behind you, we're home. He said, this is going to be a crucial 2 points. He said, it's going to be a confidence thing for Eastern Suburbs, and he said, this is going to test us the second half.
Thanks very much, Mario. A very comprehensive half-time report from Mario Fennick, who's touchline on your right. The breeze behind the Roosters is picking up, and they'll have it at their backs in the second half. Garlick met in a crunching tackle by Larson, with Fairley also involved. Logan, the youngster, up from the under-21s, and now in the top grade.
And he's done very well too. I thought it would have been a hard ask for him to come back again after Monday night's effort against Brisbane, but he's done well, the young fellow.
Matt Sears set up that sizzling try for Ben Ikin. Gets over his own 20-metre line.
Now, this will be invaluable experience for blokes like Steve Trindle. I'm just watching him now. East with a big breeze behind them. He needs to get back and take that ball forward if he's going to be a great player.
Reserve grade played earlier today, 28-12. The Roosters getting the money. They lead the top grade at the moment by 18 points to 13. The Bears get up over the halfway line. They go Gary Larson. Larson takes him forward. Iro comes over the top. Back. Super boot, Jason Taylor. Kicking low into the breeze.
Yeah, it amazes me too how they kick for open spaces. I'd be kicking the short side and keeping it low if I was North Sydney. And Jason Taylor.
Cleary up against his old club, takes it out. Over the 20-metre line. Lowry. That's Nathan Wood on the field in the second half.
Yeah, not a substitute to bring on. Watch Nathan Wood from dummy half area. Great runner from that position.
Matt Singh. Scored the try from the scrum base.
This game's just got everyone sitting on the edge of their seats. So many brilliant attacking players out there. Doesn't surprise me so many points are being scored.
Fittler. Back for Jorgensen.
Clear in, guys.
Peter Jorgensen. Over the halfway line. Last tackle for the Roosters. Walker. Yeah, trapped by the foot. Great work by Florimo. Sears. Gets to the 30-metre line. There's Matt Sears. Fairley. Another hit up for David Fairley.
And Mario, interesting to see Adrian Lamb not back on in the second half. Sorry, yes he is, but Wood. What position Wood's playing? I was just looking for Adrian Lamb in the second line.
I think he's going to occupy the dummy half position block. We've seen Nathan Wood come on another time as Butner makes a break.
Butner gets up to the 30-metre line. The Bears looking to strike back shortly after the half-time break. Fairly running wide, causing havoc. And a wayward pass there by Chris Caruana.
That's been the story of the day for North Sydney. Just silly mistakes at the end of what has been a great set of 6 from them. And the short ball there. Good sliding defence from Eastern Suburbs. There's Caruana. Just a little bit overrun there from the left winger.
Errors at the moment. The Bears 5, the Roosters 3.
Yeah, not that many errors from both sides, but the ones that North have made have been crucial. Very blowing that scrum up and setting the mark. It might have been a bit of cuddling going on in the scrum. He wants them to pack straight.
Dallas Weston and Paul Dunn called out.
The veteran and the youngster.
24 tackles for Sean Garlick, the skipper for the Roosters.
There's Wood.
Nathan Wood looking to make his mark on this game. Fittler takes on Florimo. Florimo over the top.
Been a good battle between Florimo and Fittler today. Florimo's come off with a couple of crunching front-on tackles too. Fittler, he's just got straight to his feet. There's Larry, the hard pass from the Roosters.
Peter Clark went without it. I think he had a little bit of a Bo Peep.
Oh, the pass was far too hard from Jason Lowry.
Trindle cut down in a grass-cutting tackle by Sean Garlick. Fairley now, taking the Bears forward, making good ground, getting up over the advantage line. Florimo now, looking for runners off his shoulder. Larson. One-handed pass to Taylor. Another tackle by Sean Garlick. Soden, Fairley. Billy Moore. Back inside, Caruana. Trindle's there. They got numbers, but they're going nowhere at the moment,
Yes,
the Bears.
Eastern Suburbs defence just keep coming.
Taylor. Larson into a brick wall like and Paul Dunn. And also Scott Logan in there.
Last tackle.
Last tackle. Weston at dummy half. Taylor through the hands. Florimo. Oh, so close to an intercept by Nathan Wood.
Yeah, and they had the numbers out there on the left-hand side there, Mario. If had Wood not have come in to try to take the intercept, they might have scored on the outside. Well held up there by Florimo. There's Wood there. They had a two-man overlap there, the North Sydney side. Great defence from Wood.
Good bit of play by Eastern Suburbs. Great defence by Eastern Suburbs. Bit of luck for North Sydney. Wood touch the ball, so North Sydney get another shot.
Another 6 tackles. Newtner. Florimo. They fake for the run around. Sears into the back line. They want the quick play the ball. David Hall. Sears taps it forward. Now Hall.
Made some crucial tackles the last couple of Walker. That is magnificent defensive display.
They got numbers out wide, but Weston couldn't handle it. Now here go the Roosters. Fittler finds Nathan Wood. Butner comes across in cover. Back to Fittler. Fittler running Butner round. Butner comes again. Back inside. The Bears get out of trouble. Super play, Jason Taylor. Dallas is confident up. Nathan Wood, play on. Super stuff at Bear Park. Back through the hands. They've got a back line set. The cutout pass. Jorgensen can't handle it. Peter Clark. Jorgensen. Jorgensen crosses. What a game. What a try. Great open, free-flowing rugby league at its best.
Well, you will not see better play than that. I thought Freddie Fittler muffed it over there on the right-hand corner, dummying and stepping. He gave the ball to the faster man. But here's to play the ball from Woods from the turnover. The long ball. Watch how quickly Lamb sums this up. The long ball. North Sydney all in a bunch. They receive it there. Clark picks it up. The inside pass there. And that's a great try to Jorgensen.
What a great game the international rugby wingers are having for the Roosters. What a great season. The wayward pass, Clark did well there.
That was beautiful play from Jorgensen, not to try and play at that football. Had he to play that, he'd have knocked on. And there's Larson. I don't know who he got there, but that was a great passage of football from both sides.
Former rah-rah from Randwick, Mario Fennick, 10 tries for the season. Now the Bears are in a little bit of trouble. Ivan Cleary, 60 goals for the season. They scored that try just before the half-time break blocker, and now the one just after the half-time, they can break a team's heart.
Yeah, well, yeah, sort of they would have been told that they must score next. That was a brilliant bit of football there from Freddie Fittler. Showed an amazing pace for such a big man too.
22 points to 13, the Roosters in front.
This is crucial.
Ivan Cleary moves in, strikes it superbly, over it goes, they go further ahead. 24 to 13, Mario.
Straight through. Oh, handy. There's Nathan Wood. There's 3 Roosters players and there's 1 Bears player. As we can see, Soden coming across. Fittler uses the big step back inside. Great scrambling defence. This is the critical part where Taylor, he had to hold this ball. Very dangerous there. That's the ball back to Eastern Suburbs. Have a look at the referee saying 6 more. North Sydney all at sea now. Lamb sums it up. Nice long ball. The ball bounces. A little bit of fortune for Eastern Suburbs. Watch Billy Moore. He overreads the play. Billy Moore had to take. He had to take Jorgensen. Oh, a handy try. I think the game's all over, boys.
Oh, it's not over yet, Mario.
Is she singing down there, is she?
Don't give up, you're a bear.
I tell you, I'm filthy.
You'll survive. What a great passage of rugby league it was, Blocker.
Just leave that jacket on, Mario. I'm a bit worried if he starts to take that off, he wants to get out there.
Lamb finds Iro. Hands to Peter Clark.
Well, if there's been a better game this year, I haven't seen it. This is sensational play from both sides. Eastern Suburbs backing up after a hard game on Monday night against the Brisbane Broncos.
Sean Garlick takes another tackle on the halfway line. Lamb comes to the left. Fittler finds touch. Superb kick.
Exact right tactics now. Eastern Suburbs slowing the game down. 24 points to 13. Fittler, brilliant. Just drives that ball in low past Dallas. Finds touch. Eastern Suburbs walking to the scrum. Just starting to waste a bit of time now.
Too early to shut up shop though, Blocker.
Yeah, but they're the right tactics too. Just slow it down as much as you can. Good attacking position here. If Eastern Suburbs can force an error against North Sydney now.
10 minutes into the second half here at Bear Park. Taylor feeds. Comes out for Butner. Peter Clark slammed to the ground. Ivan Cleary on Butner. Fairley. Up over the 20-metre line. Billy Moore wants to take it up. Soden back to the open side. Taylor. Butner. Dummies. But Fittler had him covered on the 40-metre line. Larson. Last tackle now for the Bears.
Geez, they're a good side defensively. Will Taylor run the ball? No, he drives it down low. Cleary coming across now. Good chase
by
here.
Taylor. And it's a good chase too by the Bears. Cleary pinned in. Great play by the North Sydney Bears and Jason Taylor.
And that's Ben Eichen making the tackle there. That's a beautiful tackle from Eichen. And a great chase there from himself and Nigel Roy. Cleary just taking his time a little bit to get back to that football. Bounces there and have a look at the chase. Great tackle there from Benny Eichen.
The Bears really needed that, Mario.
Yeah, definitely. They walked around with their heads down. They have to snap out of it. It'd be hard to see North Sydney win from here, but certainly there's plenty of time on the clock, as you said, Terry. They've got a good set of 6 now at Eastern Suburbs line, but as Blocker said, the Roosters' defence has been second to none.
Certainly 24 to 13, the Roosters in front.
Come on, the Bears!
Walker, way over the halfway line with the dropout. Nigel Roy.
Gee, that's a good tackle there from Shawnee Garlick. Much bigger man than himself. Just smashed him.
That's 30 tackles for Sean Garlick already in this contest. What a big game. He leads from the front, doesn't he, to skip it for the Roosters.
Well, he's nearly doubled everyone else's tackle count. Amazing effort from him.
Gary Larson plays it. Taylor, cut out, run around, no. Eichen heads back inside. David Fairley making easy ground. Just cut down 1 metre out. Bit of space on the blind. They go the blind. Oh. Once again, Billy Moore just that final pass is really causing some troubles.
Yeah, and have a look who made the tackle over there, Abe. That's Walker. He's made a couple of crucial tackles in this game, and none better than that one. Walker, 11 tackles for the match.
Terry Hermanson now, Adrian Lamb. Weaving run. Very keen to get out of their own danger area, the Roosters. Matt Singh runs into a shoulder. David Fairley and Gary Larson. No wonder he doesn't feel that well after running to those two, but that's bad football there from Eastern Suburbs. Just called up, overrunning the football there. The referee has called a forward pass. Marginal, if you ask me. Referee Eddie Ward there, fighting in favour of the Bears. Chris Caruana goes into the hooking position.
They must score this next set if they are to get back into this match.
Taylor looking for a way through this defensive line by the Roosters. The Roosters only concede 2 tries a game.
No fullback at home for the Roosters. Cleary up in the line.
Great tackle there. Now Dallas is away. Dallas beats 2. Can't beat the third one that comes over. That was Logan. Taylor standing wide. Fairley dummies and trips. So close to the line. Matt Sears. Larson. Back inside. Florimo beats 1. Beats 2. Still going. Florimo. Brad Fittler eventually gets him.
Jeez, it's been a good game of football, this.
Caruana. Wilson. The kick. The chase. Jorgensen's there.
Didn't he read that well? Played on his bike there, Jorgensen. Saw that the kick was going to come through from Wilson, who gives Jason Taylor another option. He's just chips it through. The good chase there, but cleaned up easily by Jorgensen.
Still not a bad option. They get the ball back and another 6 tackles to attack the Roosters.
There's the ball lying down.
Time wasting by the Roosters.
Yeah, what's that, all of 30 seconds? Tony Iro coming back onto the field for the Roosters.
Clock starts again, but Walker is in no hurry whatsoever. I guess many would say, why should he be? Still a long way to go in this game.
Well, I reckon that's a big rap to the North Sydney side by trying to slow it down if you're going to win by that margin.
There's plenty of talent out there.
Yeah.
Plenty of firepower. Gary Larson gets up to the 20-metre line. Tony Iro getting through a lot of work in defence. Logan's had a good, strong game for the Roosters as well. Wilson slips a good ball. Chris Caruana was unable to handle it.
It was almost the impossible ball, trying to force the pass on the second tackle. That is not what the North Sydney are looking for at the moment. There's Walker under the tackle again. A lot of pressure there on Caruana. That should be a penalty to North Sydney, last man up.
It's Tony Iro. Paul Dunn is in there. He's put his head in a few scrums blocking.
Yeah, he's come out of a few too by the look of that.
So the scrum is going to repack. Adrian Lambry retains the feed. Jorgensen eager, looking for work, beats the tackler Butner. Jorgensen still going, gets the pass, Singh. Can they score? Singh takes on Sears. 2 of the fastest men in the game. Junee, that's try number 3 for Darren Junee. Hat-trick time.
That is just outstanding football. Have a look at all the Eastern Suburbs players rushing over to Jorgensen. Set up by that man, he's the left winger. And who do you reckon scores it over there on the right-hand side? Darren Junee. Here's the money ball. All sorts of trouble here. Comes off one of them. There's Singh. He thinks he's going to match it there. He looks for the inside. Tries to take Sears on the outside. The inside pass. Good strength. And too much speed there from Junee, who finishes off. It's
the second try that they've scored from the scrub base.
Well, that's just Jorgensen coming in, making the extra man. Poor attempt at tackle there from Butner. A lot of North Sydney players around doing nothing. There's the off play. They suck one in. Singh looking on the inside, decides to take Sears, tries to beat him for pace. Can't do it. Sears comes again. Inside ball there to Darren Junee. And what a finisher he is proving to be for the Sydney City Roosters. Far too much points ahead now. 28 points to 13. The Bears are gone, Mario.
Yeah, I agree with you, Block. Comprehensive display by Eastern Suburbs now. They're really putting North Sydney through the cleaners. Very professional performance. Certainly Eastern Suburbs are back. And I said this before the game, if they can beat North Sydney and North Sydney Oval, they are premiership contenders. And you would have to say on their performance today, they are contenders.
We also said that the Bears were specials. Mario Fenech just wears his heart on his sleeve, doesn't he, at Bear Park? Ivan Cleary just having a little bit of trouble keeping the ball on the mound.
Well, I don't think that the scoreline deserves to be what it is. It doesn't really show the game.
Super try though, wasn't it?
Super try.
28 to 13. Cleary moves in, strikes it well, but waved away, so the scoreline remains the same. 28 points to 13, Mario Fenech.
Yeah, here's a try. Jorgensen just steps across field. Bit of a slippery miss by Butner. And there's the overlap there. Shows a bit of pace there, Jorgensen. That's a bit of a lucky ball with it play on. Good run by Singh, plenty of pace. He tries to take Sears on, but Sears got a ton of pace. This is a great pass here. Junee backing up like a good winger should. And that's the ball game now, boys.
Matt Singh, just 21 years of age, Blocker. I mentioned he's had a big couple of seasons, but you can just see how much better he's got from round 1 to round 15.
He'll play for another 10 seasons. There's no doubting that. What a great player he's going to be. And he is now. He's done.
All done. Sean Garlick pushes Alice Weston away. Logan. He's repaid the faith shown by Coach Phil Gould.
Hasn't he? What? Been powerful for the Roosters.
Tony Iro getting on the outside of his man, Jorgensen. We're on the halfway line. The Roosters, they've lost their last 3 away games. The Sydney City Roosters, it doesn't look as though they're going to lose this one.
And that'll be slowed down again. Here's Woods coming on the field for Adrian Lamb. Tremendous effort from Adrian Lamb and Fittler. Cool as you come. Finds touch about 10 metres out from North Sydney Oval. Look how slow the players are getting to the game. What a great player this bloke is. Getting better with every game. He was a great international in rugby union, and turning his hand to league, he's been just as good.
Yeah, his second season, and Mario Fenech, haven't they made a difference to this Roosters backline?
Yeah, both good players. Iro's been the destroyer for mine, Terry. Eastern Suburbs have been aiming him at Jason Taylor with some success. Been very dangerous, Iro. A big man and very quick. He's certainly been probably their best player, I'd say.
Had a big game. Billy Moore, he was chased very heavily by Coach Phil Gould. During the off-season was Iro, and the Roosters came up with him.
He's such a dangerous runner with the football. He comes in third ruck after the damage has been done. So hard to handle.
Quick hands, Ben Ikin over the halfway line, but his former Queensland Origin teammate rides him to the ground. Matt Singh, fairly.
Just
nice
the pace of this
Billy
game
Moore.
has been the one that's really amazed me. There's a penalty for inside the 10 metres. The pace of the game has been outstanding. Quick tap from Florimo.
Florimo plays on, but Garlick was there to stop him. Caruana. Very important for the Bears not to allow this to be any more of a blowout, Lachlan.
Well, you know, as I said a little bit earlier, I don't think the scoreboard shows what the game's really been. It's just North Sydney made some crucial mistakes at bad times. But then they've tried to force the football early in the tackle count. This is what's needed. There's Larson up over the 20-metre line with a good charging run. They need a few more settling plays.
Larson plays it. Taylor, change of direction. Back inside, Fairley looking for a runner, couldn't find one.
Nearly had the right of a letter.
Ikin went without the ball. Butner. Back inside for Florimo. Florimo straight through, under the post. Is this the start of a Bears comeback?
Well, I hope so. I bet you they wish they got that try before Eastern Suburbs got their last try to Darren Junee, but Florimo, always hard to stop on the inside. He's as strong as any forward. A powerful runner, been a great player for North Sydney. Taylor goes wide again. There's Butner. There's the inside ball. And Billy Moore should have been penalised there. He grabbed Wood out of the road to try and make the tackle. I wonder if the referees will be watching this during the week, saying to look out for that from their touch judges and referees. Have a look at this. The inside ball, he gets grabbed by Billy Moore.
Florimo goes over for his 4th try of the season, 27 years of age.
And the Roosters down.
And who made his debut way back in 1986 for the North Sydney club. Moves in, puts it over to Taylor. And the North Sydney Bears are back in this game, Mario.
Yeah, good set play by North Sydney. Taylor, nice long ball. There's Butner, back inside of Florimo. Florimo, very powerful. Billy Moore helped a little bit too, but I think the try would have been scored anyway. Play on. That's a good try for North Sydney. I'm sure North Sydney's pride. They'll be trying to overtake the Eastern Suburbs. It's going to be a big ask, though.
At 28-19, the Bears are not out of this contest. It all just depends on what happens in the next 5 minutes, Blocker.
There's still 20 minutes left on the clock.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, there is plenty of time. Eastern Suburbs slowing things down. That might be against what they believe in. They've played this game at such a breakneck pace, they might fumble a little bit if they try and slow it down too much.
16 minutes left. Nigel Roy.
And this is the way the game's changed too, Mario. You've got to be able to score points now on both these sides. A great defensive football teams, but they've got the ability to score points.
Yeah, I've got to wrap on Eastern Suburbs, mate. I honestly didn't think they could beat North Sydney and North Sydney Oval. Full credit goes to Phil Gould, obviously a very good coach. His game plan today was unbelievable. He's isolated Taylor, as I said before, and they've controlled the football very well.
Don't lie down yet, Mario. It's not over. The Bears are coming back.
He won't lie down, mate. Don't worry about that.
Taylor on the outside of Fairley doing some damage out wide.
Is he what?
But Matt Singh's there.
Great game, Fairley.
And Matt Singh's involved in that play of the ball. It should be 6 to go.
Should be a penalty to North.
Well, it should be 6 to go or a penalty, and it's not. That's a bloody blow for the Bears. Cleary.
Well, just a couple of little things haven't gone their way today. Hasn't been the Bears' day. It's been a great game of football, this. I don't think I've seen any better this season. Here's
Peter Clark. Takes Mark Soden with him over the 30-metre line. Terry Hermanson off the bench. Puts the shoulder into Gary Larson. Butner comes up with the tackle also. Fittler. Good long kick.
And good tactics too. That was only the 4th tackle.
And finds touch just 5 metres out. Mario, you mentioned that Brad Fittler's only 70% fit. That sort of brings him back to everybody else.
Yeah, he's a very good player. He's certainly got a ton of courage. Watch this kick. He sums up the situation perfectly. And that's the ideal tactic for Eastern Suburbs. They want the ball to go out. They're going to walk to this scrum now, regather themselves. The clock is against North Sydney. Eastern Suburbs happy to walk to the scrum, as we can see there, and suck it in.
Scrum goes down. The Bears will have the ball from the scrum. Taylor puts it in. Comes out for Aiken. We've seen tries scored today from all parts of the field, so nothing would surprise. Nigel Roy. Soden. Finds Craig Wilson. They need quick play the balls. Larson. Good tackle by Hermanson front on.
They've been great defensively today, this Eastern Suburbs side. They come off their line so well. Here's Taylor going wide of Butner.
Butner back inside for Florimo.
Yeah, and well read there by Walker.
Quick play the ball. Taylor takes it to the line. He's so close to being through. Soden. Last tackle now. What will their tactics be? We're on the 40-metre line. Taylor.
Going to run it.
That pass looked forward to me. Fairley's put it on the boot. Oh, risky pass. Cleary. Nowhere to go, Ivan Cleary. They're under a little bit of pressure, the Roosters.
And the Bears got to try and force an error here. There's Junee out of dummy half, and that's an easy 10 metres to Junee.
Good searching run by Junee.
Yeah, good speed out of dummy half.
Lamb. Jason Lowry's the big man. Hit head on by Florimo. Driven back by the Bears. Gull. Hermanson charges up. Lamb. Goes without it. Was it a knock on? Yes, it was.
And look at Greg Florimo. Mario screaming to his teammates. We're still in this one. Come on, boys. There's the mistake. Wilson being replaced. Trimble back onto the field there. Billy Moore moves back to lock. Oh, no.
I was about to say it went against the feet. You don't see it very often.
Put it under Locke's foot, Jace.
Straight into the second row, that one. Taylor, Butner. Florimo, back to Butner. Icon heads try line. Icon still going. Icon scores. The Bears on the way back against the Roosters.
Well, that's a great set play here from North Sydney. Again involved Greg Florimo. What a player he is. Probably one of the all-time greats of this North Sydney side. There's Singh, Icon, beautiful fend. It's a right-hand fend, gets the football down. Salutes the crowd, look at him. The Bears back in it. 10 minutes left on the clock.
Once again from the scrum base, Icon, just a big right-hand fend. It was a good fend put on Singh, who went high.
Yes, great play there from Benny Icon. If you look at the scoreboard, you think, geez, the defence of this game hasn't been that good, Mario, but you would get the wrong impression if you thought that.
Yes, Block. Eastern Suburbs made to pay for Lamb's knock on earlier in that set of 6. North Sydney had a good shot at their line and managed to get over. They're back in it now, boys, the Bears. If they can win this North Sydney, this will be the greatest victory of all time.
He's up again.
We're back. I thought we were going to lose you.
Oh, he's back. I thought he was hibernating.
Well, what a big kick this is for Jason Taylor. The crowd is hushed here at Bear Park. 28-23. Is it on target? You betcha. Over it goes. What a finish.
How important a field goal.
Could very well be important.
If they can score again and want Odds Taylor to kick the goal, it'll be a Bears victory.
Mario Fennick.
Unbelievable play here. Good set play. Nice long ball by Butner. And it's 1-on-1 now. Oh, lovely, says Icon, as he pushes off his rival. Singh gets pushed off. And they're back in at the Bears.
And lovely, says Mario. The kick-off coming.
And the crowd here of 20,000, we estimate, will now get behind the North Sydney Bears. Can they do it? Great head-on defence there by the Roosters. And who's in there? Sean Garlick again, along with Hermanson. North Sydney. They've grabbed the momentum. Billy Moore hit over the top by Smith.
That's offside.
Jason Lowry quickly out of the line block, wasn't it? Soden looking for some cheap yards from dummy half, but there's none there.
It's a good defensive set from the Eastern Suburbs side. Taylor trying to get the big kick in downfield. Plenty of time left on the clock.
Cleary, that's a good chase by the Bears. There's 10 of them there. Soden comes up with the tackle on the field. Singh. Head front on by Chris Caraway. The Roosters defending a slender lead now. 28-25.
Yeah, that's a good run from Logan. Only played in his second game. Here's Fittler back up the line.
Fittler, the test skipper looking to guide the Roosters home. Clark into a half gap.
Last tackle.
But it's shut. What will the tactics be here? Keep it in the hands of Fittler, I imagine. The ball goes high. It's a big high bomb. Iro knocks it back for Walker. Walker hands to Singh. Singh back inside. Singh scores, but the referees pulled it back.
No, he don't.
Referee Eddie Ward found an infringement early on. Much to the relief of the big crowd here at Bear Park. Mario Fennick, get the pacemaker ready.
It's a penalty to East.
Yeah, the ball goes up in the air.
Here it is. Penalty.
That's a joke. That's a joke, that penalty. Eddie Ward deemed that it was Trindle that knocked down Fittler. Oh, that'll do me.
He'd blown his whistle before he could play advantage, obviously, because if he played advantage, would have been a try.
I don't know if I'd be taking the shot at goal here. If they get 30 and Norths can get them back up in their own area again and score a try and kick a goal, they might win this game.
Controversial penalty, Mario Fenech.
Tell you what, they're taking their time, the Roosters, hoping to run down the clock. You'd think Eddie Ward had ruled time off. Yeah, I thought the penalty was controversial.
Run out and tap him on the shoulder, Muzz.
You tapped him on the head, didn't you? But I tell you what, I thought the penalty was a bit hard. I thought there was nothing in it. Fittler milked the penalty and he got it. Here we see it here. The ball goes up in the air. Have a look at that. Oh, there's nothing in that. Do you think they should pay for 2 points with that penalty? I doubt it.
Very late tackle, that.
We agree with you, Mario. Cleary puts it over. So it's now...
Do you understand what I'm saying? If they can score again and kick the goal, they win. 31-30.
30, you're exactly right. Your maths is good. And with Jason Taylor on your team, you half a chance.
That's what I'm saying.
Great final 7 minutes.
Plus, at least you've got to bring the football out of their own end.
Stay with us, Mario. Lowry. Oh, big hit over the top by the Bears. Trindle it was. Smith. Let's have a look. Lowry takes it up. Larson and Trindle.
That hurt. There's Logan again, making good yards. But your Gus will be proud of that young fellow.
Tony Iro. He's done some damage on the edges of the ruck. Land. Lowry. Off his shoulder. Smith. Benny Aikens calling defenders out to the left-hand side of the field.
Is Fittler in position?
And that's the way Fittler goes. Sears with the ball. What can he do? Little bit of room. Walker, a very good chase.
He's been great defensively today, Walker.
Nigel Roy, they go wide through Florimo. Must go forward. Soden. Billy Moore. Tony Iro involved once again. They're on the 30-metre line. The Roosters' defence being tested. Fairley stands up like a colossus, now taken to the ground.
Got a whack of that too.
He popped one across the forehead.
Come on, get up. Get up.
Gets up eventually. Taylor!
Look at the East, some of those boys applauding.
That pass was just out in front of Jason Taylor. A good pass to Jason Taylor, the knock on, so that takes a bit of pressure. David Fairley still down in back play. And Eddie Ward, once being notified by the Bears players.
It's the king. I've never seen anyone, they don't stop for injury anymore, they just play on. Only for the king they did that.
David Fairley's down. 5 minutes to go, Mario Fenech. How are you feeling?
I suspect Eddie Ward feels guilty. That's why he's stopping play. Fairly copped a pretty high one from Fittler. If you have a look at the replay, you might hear a bit more about that incident.
Let's have a look at it then, Mario. Take us through.
Here it is here. That's the wrong incident, but we'll get to it as Sears displays the football there. Here we go.
There's Nigel Roy.
Wrong one. Anyway, we've had a shocker.
And let's go back to the live action here. There's David Fairley leaving the field for the Bears. The scrums, I know they've been a mess for a long while, but today they seem
a little bit of finger pointing in there.
Land. Ivan Cleary into the back line. Backs Land on the cricket pitch. Lowry takes it up, gets over the advantage line. Garlick finds Smith. Smith, straight and hard. Nothing fancy by the Roosters.
Yeah, and there's not one fan that's left this ground, I can tell you. This has been a great game of football.
30 points to 25. Austin. Michael Forstini on the Roosters. Drop goal by Fittler. Unsuccessful. So the pressure mounting. 4 minutes to go. Trindle. Plays it. Oh, that was with the fraction to be forward. They're still going. Dallas now. Haven't seen him too much in the second half.
Good tackle there from Jorgensen. Man on man.
Floriman. Butner. Taylor. Icon. Can he keep control? He does. Super play.
Great play.
That's Sears. And Taylor again. Takes the line off. Pops the pass. They come back to the right again. Soden. Soden. Good ground. Cut out pass. It's gone backwards. Dallas.
His boot.
It's gone forward.
Well, it's a shame our game's dead, isn't it, Mario?
Yeah, great play there. I'm cheering for North Sydney here. Get over the line. Yeah. Bit of bad luck there. The ball bounced
How's
forward.
that a knock on? How's that a knock on? We'll have a look at it again now. This is front on. His boot.
It's gone forward after it's hit the ground, but the initial movement looked to be back. Lamb throws the dummy, goes himself. Jorgensen.
Good chase from Caruana from Marker.
Sean Garlick in a dummy half.
Oh, how many heroes in this game today? Great game of football.
Ostini. All done. Logan, the youngster. Logan's through. Sears comes. Gets him to the ground.
Amazing what a bit of confidence can do. Here's Fittler.
Look at Fittler, the test skipper, taking them forward, the Roosters. Guiding them home.
Field goal time.
Last tackle. Who's back there? Walker. Here's Walker. Goes back to Adrian Lamb. Puts it on his right boot. It's a shocker.
Turnover.
Tackle 2:01 for North Sydney, 192.
About a minute left on the clock.
The final couple of minutes here at Bear Park. The last throw of the dice by the Bears. It's been a thriller.
In Manila.
Wilson. Craig Wilson gets up, plays it on the halfway line. Taylor. Cut out pass. Sears. Goes to Dallas. No Shepherd. Clark came at him. Dallas plays it. Sears. They're throwing everything at the Roosters. Roy comes back on the inside. Last tackle. Desperation time now. Do they go to the air? Taylor runs it. Can't pop the pass. It'll be a turnover, and that could be the ball game.
That's it.
Surprised that he'd go to the air.
Very surprised. Midfield Bombers worked for them earlier. There it is.
That's the full-time siren.
What a game.
The Roosters have got away with it here by 30 points to 25. A superb game of rugby league when Sydney City Roosters have ended their losing streak away from home, coming up with a 30 points to 25 victory over North Sydney. Eric Young, a great game of rugby league between the sides who were 2 and 3 on the table, and both teams are certainly premiership threats come the final 8.